Thank God you're all right. How did you get here?
It wasn't easy. At least I haven't had any more episodes.
I wish I could say the same.
Hey, I think I might have found us some transportation.
This thing gonna run?
Only one way to find out.
Shit!
What are you doing? Answer me.
Welcome to Chapter 12 of our It Is What It Is run through The Evil Within. Starts off with a lot of excitement. People always call this a spider-like creature. It has 6 legs. To me, that's a huge tick. Maybe it's just because I've seen a tick in real life, so I know what a tick looks like. And that looks like a huge tick. I get the spider reference. I mean, of course, that's a more common. Everybody's had an experience with a spider at some point. The fact that those little worms come out of its, I don't know, the sores on its belly, and on casual, they're not any threat to you. In fact, they're sort of useful. You let them grab you like this, and then you break free of them. When you break free of them, they'll leave you ammunition. So you could be of the mindset, send me some more of those. There isn't a whole lot to do during that battle. You just kind of want to shoot it near the face. When you see that kind of green splash when you shoot it near the face, that seems to do the most damage. You of course need to do some amount of damage. If you don't, it gets more and more aggressive, and those arms come closer and closer to you. Those arms can really hurt. The little maggots that it throws out are not really much of a problem. At least not on casual. I have no idea what it's like on Aquaman. I haven't gotten here yet. On standard, they do some amount of damage. On casualty, it was not noticeable.
I don't know how long we'll be safe here.
Of all the mobs of zombies that you face, these are actually some of the easiest ones to deal with, or at least in my experience so far, they've been about the easiest to deal with. It can take plenty of time. It's not like they come running off the ledges with the dynamite. Yeah, obviously you don't want them to light it and throw it. Joseph, and I'm not sure if Kidman's firing. Kidman doesn't really have a weapon, so... And when you play as her in the DLCs, she doesn't really have a weapon, so I imagine it's just Joseph and I shooting, but nope. See, she's got a gun back there, so... You want to make decent use of the barrels. Don't just grab one. If there's just one target, shoot the target. If they have dynamite and it's lit, then you can pretty much, as long as you knock them down, they're going to explode.
Get to cover.
You do want to be kind of careful of, like right now I'm targeting probably not the best one to target. You should be targeting the first one with dynamite. They're the more threat.
Good night.
More of them on the move.
Don't get rattled.
I can imagine this could be problematic on Akamu, because like I just took a random shot from somewhere there, and that would be deadly.
More of them!
Obviously, the sniper rifle is a good tool here, but at the same time, that's kind of expensive ammo. Now, I've noticed that in the save room, those lockers, they have a lot of the sniper ammunition. The game's also decent about giving you the ammunition that you use, so if you use a lot of sniper rounds here, then they're likely to drop boxes that have sniper rounds in them, etc.
Enemy up front!
Leave these ones to me.
As far as I know, you don't actually have to do anything with this. You can just let it happen. And Joseph will eventually shoot the guy with the dynamite.
That was a close one.
Get free of them just in time to be chased by a giant spider, the giant tick thing again. I know he comes from above, but I couldn't remember where. So I was trying to see if I could catch it on camera, him dropping down. The cutscene kind of does it for you anyway. Thought maybe you could see him beforehand. I didn't spy him up there though. Those things, when he lifts that arm, you want to kind of move around a little bit. He's likely to stab. He's going to stab where you were. So as long as you don't just stand there. Easy enough to avoid. You can burn through a lot of ammunition trying to get him. I'm shooting a little left. You want to kind of try to shoot right on his, yeah, right there. When you see those splashes, that seems to do the most damage. Seems to keep him from getting too aggressive. I think you can shoot these things too, and I don't know if they drop the ammo if you shoot them or not. Squish. There's going to be an important conversation here with Joseph. He's going to basically lay out his feelings on the Beacon Hospital.
Where are we heading, Joseph?
I've got a theory. We seem to be moved around an awful lot, almost as if by someone's will. So it's nearly impossible to get any sense of the geography around here. But the light, Beacon Mental Hospital, it's always in the distance. This thing you found me hooked up to, I've seen it in more than one place.
Yeah, so have I. It seems like it's the same exact one, but it's hard to be sure.
The thing that I've noticed is that each time I run across one, I seem to be closer to the lighthouse. It could be a coincidence, but like I said, it seems as if there is some intelligence behind it.
So you figure we ought to cut to the chase and just head straight for the hospital?
Exactly.
Nice work, Detective.
The right side looked like it led more directly toward the hospital.
Joseph, no! Just get us out of here.
There's an ambulance there. There might be some kind of first aid. I'll go.
No, I'll do it. Don't let any of them on board.
I think it's interesting that they gave us 2 DLCs with Kidman to hear that whole side of the story. We're not with her as much in the show as we, in the game as we are with Joseph, but we don't get a Joseph DLC. I would like to know what he's doing when we're not with him, because he's clearly having experiences. He was talking about, you know, finding those bathtubs of that milky white fluid. I always feel like this area should be able to do it stealth kills, pretty much stealth kills only, but I never seem to pull it off. I can get several of them, but I don't know if I just don't have the patience or... Still, because we're doing the it is what it is, you'll see me use a health potion like that even though I wasn't particularly hurt, because I can only carry 2, so heal any damage you have and pick up the extra one, so you always have 2 on hand for emergencies and you're always full of health. I found an interesting path here that I'm not sure if it's not readily noticeable, I don't think, to most people, finding that you can go between these cars here. I'm not sure it ever works out particularly well for me, but I was thinking it might put me in a better place to get more stealth kills. You can kind of watch them through the car windows. They never seem to be able to see through car windows, but you can. Often the challenge isn't one specific guy. It'll be that there'll be groups of them. They'll be like going to get this guy. There might be another guy in the background there that might see you. Of course, the only reason for doing the stealth kill is obviously less likely to take a lot of damage that way. But you also save on ammunition. Depending on your taste, whether stealth and silence kills, that's usually a completely different game from people that are looking for action or action survival. This game has, especially when you're doing the challenge runs, it has an interesting mix of deciding whether or not you want to use stealth or whether you want to be more action oriented. See, we were seen there, and so trying to get some distance, maybe I can get back around, and they're fast. I mean, she's already there with her gun shooting you. Now they won't come through that area. So they don't squeeze through. You'll find that in general throughout the whole game. If they won't crawl under anything, they will climb up on things. They will climb over fences, etc. Thought that was can't go through that one. Of course, the exploding bomb drew her back over to that area. I didn't realize. Did you see her come back? I didn't see her come back. I say her, my impression was it was a female police officer, but maybe I'm wrong. Doesn't look as female now. I don't know why I was thinking it was female. Now I'm irritated because I just healed, and now I've still got the same amount of damage. So, let's do it again. I used the wrong thing. That was a mistake. Don't ever do that. Don't use a medic kit for that little tiny bit of health. Plus now you still can't pick up that health. That was kind of a costly mistake. But in true let's play style, I say, oh, fine, I'll just go with what I made, go with the mistake I made and go on. There's usually a sniper up here. Why I'm being what may seem a little overly cautious. There's usually a sniper up there somewhere. I just may not have gone far enough yet to trigger him. Nope, nope, there he is. Just, if you were watching real close in the distance, you saw him standing on top of a car, or he might have been standing on top of, I'm not sure if it's the ambulance or something near the ambulance. That guy back there to the right. Obviously the more immediate threat of these up here close. Still trying to get my stealth kills in. Wow, you turned the wrong way. Obviously, I didn't know that was a dynamite guy. Do not stand near dynamite guys. They'll grab you with the dynamite lit. They'll grab you and kill you both. That's clearly a stealth kill that went badly. 3 stacks dynamite later and 3 shotgun shells later. I didn't even see that there, man. I almost slipped. I didn't see it this time either. We've crossed the 250,000 green, I call it green goo. I guess they call it green gel. Gel sounds better than goo. Now I was curious, like, if you crawled under the car, would you be able to turn around and crawl out the other side of the car? But it doesn't work that way. It wouldn't let me turn around. So you can't go under the cars that way. Apparently the sniper, I guess he was standing on top of this, but he's dropped down. You see some feet underneath there. There's usually at least one guy there, but you can't squat and shoot, so you have to like back up until you can get an angle that you can hit that barrel. Now I'm of the opinion that should have killed everybody on the other side of the truck. But there's still a guy here, and he's obviously the sniper. He has the long rifle, but I don't get that. I guess he was in the animation part of trying to run or something, and so it didn't affect him. But that seems unfair to me. All right, well, we finally made it to the ambulance. Medication for Joseph first. There's the map fragment. Just 4 more to go. Getting close. Now, the very first time I played, you're going to see. Okay, so when we round this corner, you're going to get a cutscene. Humvee with I guess a 50 cal on top. Some large gun on top. The first time I played, playing on survival, I managed to go back behind over by the ambulance, between that truck and the ambulance, and get sitting in just the right place where I could get him in my sniper rifle, and with it zoomed in, I shot between his guards there, the two guards that come up on each side of the barrel. I was able to shoot right between them and take him out. I've never been able to duplicate that since, and even in that game I came back and tried multiple times. And instead of trying to run over the way I came in, I'm trying to get him to remove that truck, and then in the smoke to run up. You don't want to be too close to the cars that are smoking, because they're going to explode like that. But at some point, I mean, you can stand behind like that concrete barricade over to the right, but at some point you have to basically bum rush this Humvee, get on the back. You can shoot him or not shoot him, but you don't want, obviously you don't want the dynamite going off. There's not a lot of strategy to this. Shoot what comes out. I do like to get rid of this car, and then when they come from both sides, they will kind of converge in the middle. The only thing I have to say about the experience of using this gun is that it doesn't aim well. Like, if I aim at their bodies, it doesn't seem to hit them. If I aim at their feet, it doesn't seem to hit them. The sight does not seem well adjusted. They always come out in these nice little packed groups. After the tension of, what was it, Chapter 10, it had 2 boss fights and a whole bunch of, like 2 mini boss fights and 2 boss fights. And then Chapter 11 and 12. 11 lowers the danger, if you will. In Chapter 12, they give you the fun of being able to, you're with your whole crew, you're with Joseph and Kidman. You get to come in here and use a big machine gun to mow down groups of people. I think they tried to lighten the mood a little bit. It works. This is certainly a relief from the stress of not having enough ammunition. Now I've got an infinite 50 caliber machine gun to just blast at anything I want. You can even shoot the ones on the... You're in no danger of hitting Kidman or Joseph. Just blast away at them. This was funny. The first time we played through this on survival mode, you're gonna give the medication to Joseph. He's gonna feel better. Kidman's gonna start driving. And I thought Kidman was driving. I was just standing there watching. I had no idea I could control the bus, but you actually can control the bus.
Let's get out of here fast.
I think you might be able to make it through it doing nothing. I mean, literally doing nothing. Like I just sat here while I was watching. I thought Kidman was driving. I thought, and she was avoiding all these people, and I'm like, what are you doing? Just run over them. This bus is a lot of fun. It's pretty much impervious. There's actually a counterintuitive achievement for the bus. If you can drive across that road, drive all the way over here where Rubik throws you in the air. If you can do that without hitting any of the zombie pedestrians, you get an achievement for not a scratch honor. And it wasn't until I was reading the achievement list and we were coming back trying to, like, I was like, when you're driving the bus, I'm like, I don't drive the bus, Kidman drives the bus. That's how I figured out that you could drive the bus. You can kind of control it. Well, that was our chapter 12. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you tomorrow.